Greetings, heroes. Duuz-Diz-Din back again with more My Hero Academia. Last time we continued on with the hero's desperate attempt to stop the various members of the Paranormal Liberation Front. Tomura Shigaraki is desperately after Izuku Midoriya in an effort to claim One for All for himself. Originally at the behest of All for One, but no, Tomura wants to do it himself for himself. And with the genetic modifications done to Tomura's body, he's now naturally as strong as pretty much All Might, with him managing to easily deal with both Endeavor and Ryukyugu. Meanwhile, Gigantomachia has been called to Tomura's side, taking the League of Villains, along with Skeptic, along for the ride. With the heroes Midnight, Mount Lady, and Kamui Woods being unable to stop his forward progression, it's up to the students of Class 1A to do what they can in order to slow the beast. And with Izuku also joining in the fight against Tomura, it looks like it's up to the young heroes to do what they can to stop these villains. But will they measure up? Join me as I find out, won't you? Alright, stop Gigantomachia! Poor Mount Lady. We will confront the invading villain here. From Tentacle's observation, the villain looks to be about 25 meters tall. The blue flames that were visible from the villain's back earlier looked like they were same as those from the man who attacked Mr. Zaya during the training camp. In other words, the League is riding on the back of the large villain, according to Miss Midnight. The only way to stop the large villain is to put him to sleep. Normally, a liquid would be injected, but at this size, he would need about 30 liters. In addition to his size, he's also extremely active, considering that there will be no opening to inject him. There's to oral insemination. The shark contains an effective dose of undiluted solution. If anyone can get one of these in his mouth, they'll go to sleep, right? They'll make a quick trap. Stop the large villain in his track. About 25 meters tall, and it should be about this wide. Pop it off! Midnight, she's alive, right? There's no way that she let them get her, right? I'm sure she's fine. They'll have class together again. ... Just in case, I'll leave some lipids. No, this is the time to hold back, Momo. Hurry back, hurry back. He's there, right in front of me. Her ability is still kind of weird to me. It's not stopping at all. Go on, wake up. Unwrap so I can stand up again. Oh, Kamui is passed out? That huge hero. Can we get rid of her? How? We can do it under these conditions. He's here. Oh, Jesus! He's heading in the right direction, exactly where we want him. Mud trap! Oh. Just flying through the air. Kamui! Nice! He's in the trap. Nice, Mudman. League of Villains versus UA student. For the umpteenth time. Pull! Pull! Big hands! Please forgive the outnumbering you. No matter how you look at it, we're the ones at a disadvantage. I know that's right. Oh, jeez. If he stands up, we probably won't stand a chance. Go to sleep. Ah, jeez, he ripped through it so easily. Yay, there's many of them out here. Oh, they're on the back. 5 people confirmed. Wait, let's see. He's using them as a cannon. Oh, no. Oh, Chiro. Ooh. Ah, this. Let's do this, Kaminari. Be gentle with me. You ready for the shock? At this point, I won't hit the others. I'll let loose with everything I've... Oh! Seriously, Mr. Compressin is rubble. That was close. The kid sucked up a lot of electricity at the villa, didn't he? I used all my shops by accident. Kaminari. That's actually kind of cool. He configured his hand so that he could just fire out the little compress orbs. Get his mouth open. Come on, Sugar Man! He's not just Sugar Man, Sugar Can! Sleep, gotta sleep. Makes me think of Iron Man and the Hulk. Gotta sleep, go sleep, go sleep, go sleep. Can't let this guy get down to the city. Oof. Did he just sneeze? Oh, man. Oh, jeez. Oh, that's terrifying. Gigantomachia. A quirk to turn moral into your energy for your body. A quirk that cuts off pain sensors, and a bunch of others. They're all quirks to let you stay on the battlefield for as long as possible. That's what the doctor said. This guy is a true guardian. Is your arm okay? I don't know. He's like, your arm's kind of, smoking. Y'all were lucky you were under the trees. Can't get close because of the flames and shadows. The spores are burning up, Shroom. I know. The villain's standing up. What are we supposed to do? Not yet. The backup plan. Oof. Got him to stumble. Nice. I placed bombs at the bottom of the area that were softened. We got him very deep. Then we still have a chance. This guy can also burrow underground. In fact, the speed. If he burrows, then we'll die. Yeah, it's just like, you do not want to be on his back if he's burrowing. He was probably ordered to bring us with him. With us here holding him down, he actually might be in a bit of trouble. What does that mean? Hey, do you really have time for chit-chat? Look, oh, here come the rest of the heroes! League of Villains. All your friends around here have been captured. Accept your fate quietly. Ah, Mount Lady! Just now they were trying to throw something into his mouth. Open wide. Come on, open up! If there's any way to stop this guy right now. I hope you guys made backup. I believe in you. All you UA fledglings. Yeah. Creative. Red Riot. Are y'all okay? The fire's spraying too fast. What kind of firepower is he letting loose? Come in, I'm sorry. Are you alright? You're not, are you? Lap pillow? Of course, that's the only thing he cares about. We were blown away, so we're surrounded by fire, but there's still some people inside. Max viscosity. Acid man. With this vicious armor, the fire won't be able to get to me. I could do this. Midnight. Be alive, right? Those of us who can't get through will have to melt your heart that's frozen with fear and go. Gotta sleep. Come on, Mina. The shortest route to master. Come on, open up. Wasting time with those flies cost me time. I made a mistake in judgment. Better than also that they can't swarm me again is now the shortest route. Everything is for my master. That voice. Yeah. For the longest time I was wondering when that moment was gonna come up again, because it's like, wait, that was obviously Gigantomachia back then. And I had thought that the confrontation with Gigantomachia would actually be between Red Riot and Gigantomachia, but for it to be this moment with Minna took me so off guard. That was so scary. Her fear from back then is coming up now. Ugh. And just like that, all her progress, all her growth. She dropped the ball. Minna. And once again, Red Riot to the rescue. Oof. Damn. Let's go, Fee stand. Mudman's putting out a fire by sinking it. Tetsu Kirishima's. Yeah, that bastard. Unlike me, he can't burn. It must have still been hot. He rushed in faster than I could. Jeez. I've driven off the flies. Comrades, hold tight. Oh, yep, there it is. Red Riot. I don't let blood flow behind me. Damn. That was my jar. I should know I'll carry on your chivalrous spirit. Suppressing fire! Nice. Seriously. Heavy artillery. Momo's abilities are so ridiculous, because it's like sometimes she can make some conservative stuff, so it's just like, okay, there's a few limitations with her body, and then she makes stuff like this, and it's just like, how did y'all assemble all of this? Sure did it. Alright, so what I was saying before is like, it's not that Red Riot didn't have this confrontation with Gigantomachia. I just didn't think that Minna would have that moment and it would play out the way it did. But you think of back then and now, Gigantomachia is so much bigger than he was before. Nice. The more he moves, the faster the thing will take effect. Majestic. Roger that. I knew you could do it, Momo. You got a good eye for women. Don't say it like that. It's like, I've got a good eye for women. It's just like, bruh, please don't phrase it like that. We're on heroes. You just rely on the students. Work study students see Majestic's abilities. You never really see it to this degree, and it's just like, oh, what can he do? Levitate everything! There's no end to these gnats. They're driving them off as fastest. Oh, yep. See, I was wondering about that. Because you don't see the process of it shifting, so it just instantaneously shifts around, and it's just like, wait, what happened? It's just like, oh, it's a lot clearer how he transforms here. No, seriously? Hey. What's up with this guy? He's transformed. At the same time, in Jaku City, the bastard's still alive. It's over, Tomura Shigaraki. No matter how powerful you get, you will not yield to destruction without conviction. You people, heroes. In order to save strangers they don't even know, heroes will hurt their family. That's what my father said. I have conviction. I had it. What's that? Oh, let's go find shelter. Manuel, make sure the water stays steady. Manuel, ultimate water boy. You people pretend to protect society. You stood up. Hurry. The finishing blow. In the past, over many generations, you pretend you couldn't see those you couldn't protect, and covered up those you hurt, building yourselves up in that despicable way. I'm sure here our police officer will be there soon. In the end, the insides rotted, crawling with maggots. It has little things happen over and over. There was a trash that got used to being protected, and those who created that trash in order to profit by protecting them. He's not wrong. Everything that I've ever seen, everything you all built rejected me. That's why I'll reject you too. That's why I'll destroy. That's why I became strong. See, it's funny too, because it's when Tomura first met Stain, Stain noted, no, there's no conviction in you. When talking to Tomura, he didn't see it, but with what Tomura is saying now, it's exactly what Stain said. And there was that commonality between them. And funny enough, had Tomura not have forgotten the way he came into being before, he would have had that conviction. And maybe Stain would have sided with him from the onset. This ideology of just breaking down this current corrupt system. He's not wrong. And whereas the My Hero universe is kind of like superhero genres and stuff like that, taken into a direction of that question of heroes is they never seem to make anything in most common media. They never seem to make money or anything like that. That can also be an issue because heroism doesn't come from profit. It usually comes from the want to help. So it's easy to see heroes as being disingenuous because, they're profiting from saving lives. But at the same time, it's just isn't that what firefighters do? Isn't that what police officers do? They're compensated for doing the right thing, essentially. At least you would hope so. It's a very murky kind of thing. It's a spectrum kind of situation, allowing people to profit from saving lives. There's a completely good side. Hey, you have those people who are well trained, able to do what needs to be done when it needs to be done, yada yada yada. But on a complete negative side, you have those who will take advantage of it, a bit of compliancy and complacency, where people will only trust those who are officially able to do the job. Not to mention you can now criticize certain people for the job that they do and even get them fired from a job, have their license rescinded. There's corruption within these government organizations. It is lucky you really do. It's simple, isn't it? You don't have to understand. It's because you don't have to understand what heroes and villains. Thanks for the short break. You're at death's door, aren't you? Prepare yourself. Nope, not quite. How can you still move? He got his second wind. Oop, Gran Torino. Todoroki's firepower has decreased. It must have been a backlash from using that many big moves. This guy's wounded all over, too. Oh, he's transcending his limits to move. Oh, he can't use the K. Oh, yeah, but he still has insane strength. Gran Torino. Jeez, what a face. Shimura. Who would have thought it would turn out this way? I love buff Gran Torino. I've cleared the family registry so he can't be tracked back to me. If that man realizes control exists, then he'll use him too. I have no child. None. Sorry, Hiko. I have no child. Yeah. In order to save strangers they don't even know heroes hurt their family. That's what my father said. Gran Torino's realization that doing what she did, Nana essentially created Tomura to a certain degree. Couldn't have known. That's the thing about being a parent that it just scares me, is the idea, hell, having influence on any child. Who knows how a child will take certain things that they experience and how that will maybe create generational trauma going forward. It's what Nana's son experienced, and that's what he passed on to his son. And thus you have Shigaraki. It's dementedly twisted. No, that doesn't take away the influence that All For One had, but at the same time, there are certain things that All For One didn't even have to do for things to be put into motion. He just took advantage of an already spiraling situation. Personally, I've always been under the opinion that maybe All For One gave Tomura the decay quirk when he was young, but it's hard to say if that really was the case. We still haven't gotten to a point where that would have been obvious. If it isn't, then damn, things worked out way too well for All For One. If it is, he is a genius. Shimura, our decision. Oh, now go Deku. Power. Oh, faster. Yep. Oh, Ryukyu. Oh, freaking break it through her hand. I can't move my body. Oh, Shigaraki. Got him by the neck. You're the only one I won't forgive. I won't forgive anyone. Oof! Turn anger into power. Bind him, Black Whip. Shigaraki's faster. I need to make sure he can't run away and stop him for sure. Hang in there, Deku. Muster your strength for one more shot. If I could just get in one more shot in. Muster your strength. Oh, you guys don't know that I've got this yet. Delete a round. Delete a round. That's the one thing that stole Toga to this court. Don't let him fire it. Don't fire it. One for all. 100%. Wyoming smash! He went for the all-out strike. Oh, right now I could just act at your heart's wish. Don't be bound by them. Don't be afraid. What's inside of you is more important than anything. Oh, I got it with the teeth. I feel I can stand up to any difficulties. Yeah, as long as I have my dreams. I don't even remember this. My origin in my heart. Shit. Mr. Aizawa. Shit. Oh, man. The tension in this episode just kept elevating. Because you start off with the stuff from Class 1A and Class 1B trying to stop Gigantomachia, only for that situation to get even worse as he transforms into his more bulked up, armored, hulked up form. It's just like, you thought he was strong before, you ain't seen shit! And then you cut to the situation with Deku and Tomura and all the heroes. And he is just, it seems like he's down, but no, it's his tenacity. Like, now that he has this will, this drive, this fighting instinct, the same thing that propels the heroes is now also propelling him. And it makes his savagery, his brutality, his tenacity that much greater. Again, it is what made Stain such an incredible villain. Just that sheer tenacity and force of will. And like I said before, it's like, if Stain had saw the conviction within Tomura, this conviction previously, I have to wonder, would he have sided with Tomura? That is the question. That is the question I propose to you. Would Stain have liked this version of Tomura, or would he have fought against it? Because what Tomura was saying about the world of heroes, what was done to him, this motivation that he has going forward, is not unlike Stain. And considering what Tomura experienced when he was younger, yeah, it really makes you wonder. But I really do love that dramatic irony that they build, that Tomura's existence falls on a kind act, a parent doing something for their child that they thought was kindness turned out to be the wrong thing. It's a very common thing for a lot of parents too. They think they're giving their child everything when honestly just being there for your child, that could have done a lot. Like, it would have been a different story had Nana just, she tried to protect her child, tried to shelter him, but at the same time, even just being for him here and there, showing she cared, that could have potentially made all the difference too. Keeping her son in the dark did more damage than anything. Oof, it's a tough one. It is a tough one. Honestly, I forgot how involved Ryukyu was in this final battle. I blanked on how involved she was. But this was a good episode. Good episode. Solid animation. The music knew when to rise and build, or when to be silent, when to be quiet. The Shigaraki looks were great. Horikoshi's art in the manga was just at an all-time high during these segments. But the animators are doing a great job of replicating that. Anyway, I could ramble on and on. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. What did you think about this episode? And the desperate struggles of heroes against villains. And with Mr. Aizawa seemingly taken out of the picture, how much more havoc will Shigaraki unleash against those who are trying to stop him? I can't wait to hear from you, but also remember to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications so you don't miss out on the next one. But until that next one, I've been Duuz-Diz-Din, and I hope to see you later. Bye-bye.